spend no fucking $2 million on 2 players, 2 lines.
Charles Davis, as always, on running good. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. And certainly two of the best in the business. And nowadays, I think that gives them a long period of time without a downhill quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has, the game flows through him. If he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit anything at all.
Oh my God. I just had enough shit to make him. I could have made fucking one of them.
Fields in right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Going in motion right there, Irvin. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Irvin, complete. And he's out right at the 25. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes. Got a man. It's Michael Irvin. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Haley able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And some room to work. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mike Olstein, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints put the Knights' first points on the board as they take just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and 10 here for Flacco. Forced out to his left. Got a man. It's Randy Moss complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll send Moss in motion right. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll send Moss in motion right. To throw again on second down. Flacco going deep for Walker. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Third and long for Joe Flacco. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Bruce Smith, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's Hester. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Going in motion right there, Irvin. Again, they'll run with Bettis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Flacco.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, calls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They're going to look to throw on fourth with Flacco. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In motion left comes Moss. Once more, it's Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second and 10. Flacco once more. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Third down. Flacco from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Vinatieri's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Davis. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Going deep here for Edelman. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Champ Bailey.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Flacco. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Going in motion right there, Irvin. The first down carry for Davis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now Mahomes.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Flacco. And his throw here's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flacco. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick.
You're a bum, dude. Keep running that fucking formation. That shit trash, man. Bum ass shit. Let me get. 5-0 in that weekend league, man. Oh, you could do the little sets on you. You got the little sets you do. I ain't even giving a fuck about this CP pass. They got holes out there? You laughing at me. They got all white operators out there. What his name is? They putting you on 110 fucking telecrawler. I didn't even know they make them things that big. Fuck, won't you just get a lattice bone? You need that bitch that big. One cigarette. I'll get you one. They just gave me a 95 BNC. I don't know who to pick out of this shit. I guess I could get that Najee Harris. Not till you get in the crane, huh?
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for...
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double and pick up 6.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 35 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Visitors 7, Saints 0. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Going in motion right there, Irvin. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Jalen Watson dropped him defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mahomes now to throw. And he finds Gronk. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Going in motion right there, Irvin. Now a give up the middle to Bettis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, visitors 7, Saints nothing.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Haley just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to beat.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man is Michael Irvin, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A run right side, it's Bettis. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Got a man. It's Michael Irvin. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Edelman comes in motion right. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he fends him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Boy, they trying to help you, bum ass.
His confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipated as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to score. And oh, he coughed it up. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Yeah, bombs get all the help.
The 22-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes able to hit his target layup. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Complete to CD Lamb. Again, 7 yards.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Going in motion right there, Irvin. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll dump this complete to the bus. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, Mahomes. And Davis went it left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because his offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And Hester content to hold on to this one and bring it out to the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes going for the deep ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for the Saints.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes.
Getting this ball out wide for Davis.
And the ball is knocked out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll start
they with you. The guards is with you.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B.
Must be nice.
With an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you. No
Must be nice.
You've got to take care of the run.
Fournette, a first down carry. Pushes him over. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Second and 1. Mahomes buying time to his left. Completes it to Carmichael out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On second down, here's Fournette. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is into the end zone.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call HitBoy for beats.